You know, I've got to tell you something which will it's going to upset people on the left and it's going to upset people on the right. And I think it's because it's completely misunderstood. I might be wrong, but you can challenge me on it. I'm an anarchist. I believe this needs to be torn down. I believe we need to start again. I don't believe that we need government in the kind of models that we have. But I'm also aware that we're not going to achieve that now. You know, I can give you examples of anarchism all over the world. I know places where they see nothing as big government. It means no authority, it means we take responsibility. It means no police force. It means people may serve a kind of police service, but not a police force. It depends on the society and the local culture and all that stuff. We would have ways of policing ourselves, and of course we would have to think about people who can't be of their same mind. And we would have ways of healing those people and dealing with them. But it's not a kind of top-down society, and that's the difference. So, and the problem is that we can't imagine it. We find it very difficult to imagine. Because even the way that you're dealing with it now, you're kind of asking questions that come from the education you have and the systems that you've seen. But, you know, the whole idea of the nation states and lots of other things that we take for granted are relatively new. I believe that a long time ago, not only did we govern ourselves in a state which would be called anarchy, but in terms of the way that we perceived our spirituality, didn't need a church, didn't need a preacher. We just did it through meditation and getting in touch with our God ourselves. And we've lost the confidence to do that. So we delegate the responsibility to the priest, to the church, and we've lost the confidence to run our own lives. So we delegate that responsibility to politicians. Now I know that's going to sound crazy to a lot of people because I know they can't imagine it. But we see pockets of it all the time. When it was anarchy, beautiful anarchy. I'd like to have a revolution, but everybody's too busy shopping. You know, that's the culture we live in now. And I've seen it all over the world. I was born in and I've lived here most of my life. Capitalist country, and you know, I've survived in this capitalist system. But I didn't really understand real capitalism. You know, all about making money. This is outrageous. Come on, unite with us and fight for a better life for all of us. You know, divide and rule is like one of the most kind of simplest but one of the most effective strategies that our oppressors have. You know, there's enough food and enough resources in this world, in this country for all of us. It's just about how it's distributed. And I should also say, I don't think that, you know, the time's going to come when the world will put down the tools and I'm an anarchist. I think if we rebuild a new kind of society, you or me don't have a name for it. We have to really reimagine the future, and I'd be willing to sacrifice all my stuff for a more equal society. No problem at all. I got no problem with that at all. I've seen real poverty and I've seen real wealth, and I don't really want any of them. So I'm happy to be somewhere floating around the middle. But if it made a more equal society, I'm happy to give up what I've got.